Some cars aren't just built, they're dreamed into existence. They aren't born in factory lines. They're crafted, bolt by bolt, over weekends, over years, by ordinary people achieving extraordinary things. In the late 1970s, a man named John Barlow had a vision to create a sports car that captured the classic spirit of the 30s, but built with modern underpinnings, affordable, accessible, yet evocative. Together with partners Kenneth Glyn Jones and Dave Ashley, the firm JBA Engineering was born. JBA, Jones, Barlow, Ashley. Based in Norwich, they would go on to define a niche in British motoring culture, the retro-styled Rover and Ford-based kit car that anyone could build and cherish. The JBA Falcon Roadster first appeared in 1982, featuring Ford Cortina mechanicals. It was an instant hit for its blend of vintage looks and surprisingly good driving manners. Soon, there were variants: the Falcon Plus 2, the Falcon Sports, and later the Falcon Tourer, each refining the original concept. As the 80s progressed, JBA evolved. The Falcon range adapted to new donor vehicles, most notably the Ford Sierra, improving ride quality and performance. In the early 90s, the Falcon TSR, Tourer, Sierra-based and refined, became the flagship. Independent rear suspension was now possible. Engines ranged from humble Pinto 4s to glorious Rover V8s. JBA never chased mass-market sales. They focused on quality, on keeping that handcrafted spirit alive. Even as the British kit car scene boomed and collapsed around them, JBA endured. John Barlow eventually left JBA, but he didn't stop creating. His next venture, Barlow Coachworks, continued his passion for classic design, building stunning nostalgia-themed cars such as the Royale and Riley Special. Once again, Barlow blended elegance and affordability, giving enthusiasts a way to live the classic dream. Today, John Barlow's spirit is alive in every lovingly built JBA, each one a testament to perseverance and classic motoring dreams. For Paul Hildreth, the JBA wasn't just a car, it was a promise to himself. A language teacher by profession, with no formal mechanical training, Paul decided in 1987 to start his build.
Well, anyway, back to Paul's JBA. We're getting sidetracked before we even start.
Yeah. Tell me, how did it come to be that you decided to build a kit car?
Well, I've always liked 30-star roadsters.
Mm-hmm.
Knew I would never be able to afford one.
Mm-hmm.
And in about 1985, we went down to the car show at the NEC.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this Madison. And, that's beautiful.
Very good looking car.
It's a kit car.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something you build yourself. Never heard of that. Oh, I'm interested. Then I found out it was Beetle based.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nothing wrong with Beetles, but it just seems so wrong to have this beautiful long bonnet.
Yeah.
And the engine in the back.
Yeah, and where was the exhaust pipes? To the side or coming out the back? Because I've seen them both ways.
I think
what they actually do to disguise the Beetle base, they take the Beetle exhaust, they run them all the way to the front of the car,
yeah,
and then they do a 180-degree turn and put them in a side pipe under the sill.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. Did you try sitting in it, Paul, while you were there?
No.
Okay, because they're tiny.
Right, okay.
A tiny. I don't know what physical size you are, but I'm 6'2" and I'm broad of beam. But yeah, I've always thought that the Madison was a really good-looking car, but about 30% too small.
Probably wouldn't matter to me.
Right.
I'm a short ass. But anyway, it had got me interested, so I started looking. Not at Madison's because they were Beetle-based. So I looked at Moss. They're pretty cars, but very much like a Morgan, a bit of a copy. And I started to think, well, I don't want to break a Herald because Heralds will be becoming classics.
Yeah.
And so what else did I look at? Marlin, NG, Merlin, Wyvern.
Marlin's very good. Yeah.
And I looked at quite a few. I can't remember the others, but I got it down to two: the Falcon and the Wyvern, which is Viva based. That was a very nice looking car, and the quality of the GRP was supposed to be very good. And I remember talking to one of the guys on the Wyvern stand, and he was very proudly saying that the chassis came already painted in hammerite. And he said, you don't want a JBA because they don't even have a flaw in. Anyway, I went to the JBA open day and made my choice. It was a JBA. And bearing in mind what this guy had said, I painted my chassis with hammerite. That was a bloody mistake, wasn't it? Touch it with a screwdriver and the whole lot flakes off, and takes the primer with it, and you're down to bare metal. So anyway, but you see, bear in mind, I am not mechanically minded at all. And the sum total of my experience before I started this was I changed the oil once on my wife's car. That was it. So
bold move then to get involved in a kit car build.
I'm either very brave or very bloody stupid, but I'm also damn stubborn.
Yeah.
And when we bought the thing in 1986, I was living in a little flat in a dormitory town round York, and I had a lockup about 100 yards away with no power. So the chassis went in there on axle stands, and there was a car battery linked up to a fluorescent light, and that was what I started on.
Wow.
And the JBA was the second iteration of the JBA I got, the 2+2. So I didn't like the JBA with the bonnet coming up like that. I like the butterfly bonnet. It seems more authentic. Plus the fact I wanted 2 seats in the back. So I got the 2+2, which is, at the time, I think was different from most kit cars because it's not a body tube. You're paneling the space frame chassis. So this was something that I could do in that lockup. I was also a teacher, a languages teacher. You know, teachers have long holidays and only work 9 till 3. Well, you know, it's not true really. You know, we're preparing till 10 o'clock at night. And then we moved house. So the chassis went in the back of my dad's Luton van, and we moved to this house here, where there was a garage. And it was a single wooden garage that was held upright by the woodworm holding hands. And there was power in there. There was one light bulb and one socket, but there was power. But my father-in-law was an electrician, so he put me in some fluorescents and some more sockets. But life gets in the way. And I mean, bear in mind, every step was read the manual, read the Haynes manual, go buy the bits, try it. So it's a slow process.
And what year did you move into this house? What year did you move into this house?
We moved here in 87. I bought the kit in 86, and we moved in 87. And so, of course, big garden. We've got 1/3 of an acre here, and we, moved new house, decorating, unpacking, big garden, the job. Poor bloody kit car barely gets touched. Then my father-in-law died, so my mother-in-law lives 45 minutes away. Every weekend we're bringing her over here. When I look at the back of the diary, she wasn't touched for 3 years. I got half an hour one week, a couple of hours the next month. And so it's been such a long build.
Weekends turned into months, months into years. Life happened. Work, family, responsibilities. But the dream never faded. Coming soon to 7 Spot. Stay tuned for Paul's complete JBA story. 13 years. No tools and no skills. Just a dream.